welcome back to my channel. It is time for WIP Wednesday. I thought I would keep working on this page. You might recognize it from my Sunday live stream. Gosh, I've been slowly plugging away at it, but with the new puppy and stuff, and just work and kids sports, I was like, oh my gosh, this thing is taking forever. So, I mean, the pine needle or pine bows are going to take a little longer anyways because of the method I'm using, but yeah, I would normally be done by now. I would have belted these out in like a night, but things have just been so busy. And then, if you guys watched my update on the puppy, then you know that we're doing a lot of extensive training here at the house. And I wasn't kidding when I said every moment with her is training. So basically, she wakes up in the morning, eats her breakfast, but even before she eats her breakfast, she does her first training, which is potty training. But the joys, and we take her outside for that. And by we, I mean I, because no one else is helping around here. It's just me. I'm not shocked by that. Same thing happened with Scout. Everyone helped for like the first couple days, and then Mom will do it. I do give my son credit though. He heard the dog whimpering from my daughter's room at like 3:30 last night, and he went in, scooped her up, and took her outside. So major kudos to him, actually. But yeah, so like we do our potty training, of course, and then the first time she gets up in the morning, she goes right back to bed. I'd get her out of bed or her crate at 5 when I get up. I have her go to the bathroom, and then I put her back in the crate so I can get just a little bit of me time with some coffee and become human again. And I really need that lately because my 5-year-old is not sleeping. She keeps waking up at the same time every night, 3 o'clock. And by the time I get her back to sleep, my lovely husband, who is an incredible snorer, and I'm a very light sleeper, so even someone who doesn't snore loudly but just kind of lightly snores, it would bug me. So I can't ever fall back asleep if I'm woken up, especially or past 1 o'clock in the morning. And so she's been doing that lately. And then I'll sit there and try to drink my coffee just to liven up a little. But she's also been waking up around that time and jumping into mommy's free time. Like, no, this is mommy's quiet time. Go to bed. I don't know if any of you other moms are like that, where you're just like, I need like a half hour of just me time in the morning. Like, every day is all about you guys, but I just need that half hour. That's all I want. Just one quick little half hour. But on a good day, when my daughter stays asleep, the puppy goes back to the kennel, and we've been moving the kennel between rooms. So like my older son, my daughter, and my room. So it just depends on the day. But she'll go back to sleep. Oh, you might hear her squeak. She's in the kennel behind me right now. She's supposed to be taking a nap. She's very tired. And then yeah, I'll do some journaling. Sometimes I'll do some coloring. Other times I literally just stare at the Christmas tree and zone out while I drink my coffee. There's no real routine there. And then I go get the puppy and, feed her breakfast, and then again, take her outside, and then training starts. So we do a lot of walk and leash training. We're working on teaching her to respect the leash, and then, walk alongside me. I also give her a little bit of time to play with Scout, because otherwise Scout just gets all up in the way while we're trying to train, because Scout wants attention, but Scout also wants to play with the puppy because it's like her toy. um, so, you know, I'll let them play for a little bit, and Scout is hilarious with the puppy. And I did notice the other day, so the puppy was getting a little aggressive, and Scout got annoyed, so Scout put her mouth on the back of the puppy's neck, and she didn't bite hard or anything. She just bit down enough to hold her in place till she calmed down, and the puppy calmed down. So it was almost like Scout was saying, dude, chill out. I'm going to pin you down until you knock this off. But, which is funny coming from another husky who throws temper tantrums. Kind of like calling the kettle black, but hey, whatever. I thought it was hilarious. She also paws at the puppy. So if the puppy lays down and Scout's like, I'm not done playing, she'll just sit there and paw at her. But the puppy, like, will carry her own against Scout, too. If Scout's bugging her or too aggressive, man, that puppy gets in there. I took a video the other day because she was just going right back at Scout, keeping up. And it's great, though, because it wears the puppy out pretty quick. It doesn't wear out Scout, though. It doesn't even touch that reservoir of endless energy on her. The puppy's asleep, and then she's looking at me like, so what you gonna do for me? But, yeah, things have gotten... I mean, it was going to be hard enough with a puppy in general, right? You know, potty training, all that. But now we've got all of those behavior exercises that we're working on. Oh, I need my brush. Okay, there it is. So we're fixing all the behavior issues too. So I have to socialize her and take her around the kids at the bus stop and kind of do some extra work there. I don't know what that is, but we're just going to make it what I want it to be. And then, yeah, all the extra training. I mean, you know, in and out of the crate exercises, because that kind of teaches her, like, if I say in, you go in, but if I say come out of that crate, you're coming out of that crate. Like, basically, the purpose is to break the stubbornness by repetitive exercises that kind of just teach her, like, yes, this is your safe space, but you need to come out when I say come out. And kind of like that is kind of how our trainer explained it. So we do that a few times. If you can hear the bell ringing. Sorry. If you hear a bell in the background, we reinstalled our bell on the sliding glass door to train the puppy. And Scout is taking advantage of it because she likes to ring the bell just to annoy you. She did it in the middle of the night. She's doing it right now. But then the puppy hears the bell and wants to go out. Oh my gosh. These dogs are going to kill me. Let me pause this so I don't lose my train of thought and let Scout out. So yeah, this week has been kind of just a learning curve, you know, trying to get used to the whole training of the puppy. And then, you know, my kids still have all their sports and stuff. Like this week is just jam-packed with something. Like my son has his taekwondo Monday and Wednesday. My daughter has gymnastics. And then he also has baseball lessons on Thursday. And then, you know, we've got, like, I got to take Akira to the vet for her vaccines and see if she's healthy, because who knows what those other people actually did, since I don't trust a word they say anymore. So I'm going to have to get her all checked out, and then she is due for vaccines and a serious nail trim. Holy claws. I don't trim puppy nails. It terrifies me. I'm always worried I'm going to do too short. Even as a kid, my mom used to do our dogs, and I was like, nope, I'm not doing that. just afraid. So I have the vet do it, but, yeah, so it's a busy week, and I have no time to color. Every day I'm like, I want to sit down and color, but I'll sit down and color for a minute in the morning, but like I said, my daughter's been kind of waking up a bunch, and she's getting up in the morning during mommy time, so by the time I get her settled either back in bed or on the couch just to rest before the alarm goes off, mommy time is over, and I gotta get work done, because I've been trying to get a bunch of work done before the kids leave for school, just because I've got the puppy, and at least the kids can help watch her a little bit while I get some done. So I'm usually trying to start work by 5:30, and yeah, it's just been really exhausting, and the last couple nights I have not been sleeping good at all. Yeah, it's really getting to me, but I'm getting cranky. I don't know if you guys get this, like if you don't get to sit down and color, you get cranky, but then I'm almost too cranky to color. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? But I have also noticed I have like zero desire to color Christmas pages. Yes, I'm coloring one right now because I already have 2 WIPs that I've just straight up abandoned. And I'm like, I can't have a third 7 days into the month. It's just ridiculous. So I'm powering through this one. Now there are a couple winter and Christmas PDFs that I actually want to go color. So I'm definitely gonna do those, but I've definitely noticed like a coloring slump, and I think it's partially just because things are so busy. I don't really have time. But also I think it's partially just the pressure of the season. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, sometimes I just don't feel like coloring Santa or red and green or a Christmas tree or a gingerbread house. Like, I had thought, because normally it's really fun. It gets you into the holiday spirit, but it seems to almost be killing my holiday spirit, making me more of a Scrooge. I even tried getting my tree up, and then I was like, okay, the tree is up. Maybe I'll be, better. But no, every Christmas page I start, I'm just like, what is wrong with me? I don't want to finish this. And then my medium is E is for December. And I can tell you right now, I'm not enjoying any of my E mediums. I have Arteza Expert, which are okay. I just have to be in the mood for them. I've been using my Arteza Everblend markers on my advent calendar, but I'm even falling behind on that just because I have such little time. It's like, do I want to spend this free time coloring an advent calendar or a coloring page? Notice these are a lot darker than down here. That's okay though. I don't want each one to look exactly the same, but I'm seeing if there's something I did different. So yeah, I mean, I don't even know where I was going with that, but yeah, I have to kind of decide where my time is going to go, basically. And so I've fallen behind on that. I know I have some color alongs I've promised for this month, and so I think that's also part of the pressure. Like, I promised some color alongs, and so like I must do them. And I'm feeling a little like overwhelmed, I guess, especially because it's like with the puppy, like I want to do that color along with the Museum Aquarelles in the new Color It book, and I need to do that too because the team sent me that book and I told them I would do that, and not that they forced me or anything, but I want to, they gave me a free book, I want to use it, but I'm just like a color along is 12 hours minimum of filming time, and then editing on top of that. And they're like my least watched videos. Like, nobody watches them. So I'm like, with all my limited time, do I want to spend that limited time I have doing a color along that only a couple people will watch? Now, don't get me wrong. I really want to use those Museum Aquarelles. Maybe not in that book. Maybe it's because it's a Christmas page. I don't know. But I just feel like I have a bunch of homework assignments this month. And I think that combined with just the pressure of sticking to the season is kind of almost overwhelming my brain. Like it's not relaxing. Instead, it's stressful. I sat down today and I was like, I have to finish this page. Like, I can't be like, at the end of the month, here's my 20 something WIPs. Or maybe I will. I don't know. But I hate leaving WIPs because then in all honesty, rarely do I go back to them. WIP Wednesday isn't about me tackling old WIPs. It's about me, working on whatever I'm working on currently. I have actually thought about, doing another color and chat where I'm going back and fixing them. I do like the color and chats because I can just work on whatever I want to work on. It's not a color along. I'm just sitting here chatting. But it kind of defeats the purpose because I want to teach you guys some of these fun things I'm doing. So yeah, I don't know. I'm like in a slump, but I think it's partially just the stress of the season, the puppy for sure, just adjusting to that and it kind of cramping my style. I mean, when the creativity moves me, I don't have the freedom to just go be creative right now. I have to deal with a puppy and then wait till her schedule aligns with it, and it doesn't tend to align when I'm feeling creative. And like lately I've noticed I have to do my videos when the kids get home from school, and by then I am just brain dead. I've been working all day. I don't feel like sitting down and recording a video. So I'm like, but it'll get easier as she gets older. Potty training has kind of been a struggle. Our trainer was supposed to come today and work with my son, but my husband took a last minute shift, so we had to cancel that. And so I'm kind of bummed. So I got bumped to next week, but I really want him to come, kind of take a look at her, see how she's improving. She has been really good though. She hasn't been snapping as much. My son had a huge birthday party on Saturday with loads of boys and men there. And she did pretty good. She didn't snap. I warned people like, hey, just stick your hand out, let her come to you. Don't go reaching in there. And she did really well. I was actually pretty impressed with how well she did. I honestly thought for sure she was going to snap at someone. And she's been doing really good. But the other day, like, she was laying on me. She loves to cuddle, by the way. She is a little cuddle bug, and I love it. Like, I sit there and snuggle her, but she is like the best cuddler. She'll get up on your arms and nestle her head under your neck and just like nestle in there as far as she can go and just snuggle. And it's adorable. And she'll even go onto Scout's bed at night and start cuddling Scout. She's just a big cuddle bug. But she was cuddling me before bed, and my son came in to take her out for me, and he went to just pick her up off the bed, and she went and snapped at him that time, and I yelled no, just like the trainer has taught us, and I grabbed her by the snout, and said no really loud. And then it was partially my son's fault because he wasn't calm when he reached in. He just reached in, assuming she wouldn't. And, she really loves her mama because I'm the one that feeds her all the time. Because like I said, everyone was all gung-ho at first. And now they're like, oh, but I need to see my friends. I need to do this. And so, yeah, she knows who feeds her and waters her and all that. So, I'm the alpha, but she's very protective of me too. And I don't want that, of course. I don't want that at all. But, with her behavior issues, she has to learn. And so my son made the mistake of reaching in there, and thank God it was him and not my 5-year-old. But So she didn't actually bite at him. She just growled and snapped at him, but I don't care. Snapping is not okay. And so we corrected that, and then my husband kind of just gently, like, you know, petted her and said, hey, it's okay. And he was able to pick her up off of me. But yeah, so I have noticed she's a little, like, if she's laying with mommy, it's like, don't touch me. But yeah, she's doing mounds better than like what I was saying in last week's WIP Wednesday, where I was just like, I don't know if we're gonna be able to keep this dog. I don't know what's going on. And then I did do that update over the weekend. But yeah, so we're gonna have to wait on the trainer. But she's doing great. It's just the training is so mentally and physically exhausting. And I don't know how many of my viewers own Huskies in general. They're a very high maintenance breed without having behavioral issues. They're very stubborn, they're very intelligent, they're very hyper, they have extreme mental and physical exercise requirements. And I say mental because you actually have to mentally stimulate a husky as well. You can't just take them for a walk. That's not going to do it. And they're freaking divas. On top of it, they will talk back. They will be just little turds. It's like a freaking toddler, man. But I love them. Like, it's my favorite breed now. And like I said, you know, that's why I bought her, because I was just like, I can't get anything else. And I do know I had a comment from someone that I shouldn't buy a breed for, or just buy a certain breed because I like it. About that, I like Huskies. I understand there's a lot of dogs in the shelter that can be adopted. I can't do that. As a kid, we did a lot of rescue dogs, and a lot of those rescue dogs my mom and stepdad got had a lot of issues. I got bit by a lot of crazy dogs. And I'm just not in that position to take in a rescue or a foster dog who 90% of the time have issues. Obviously, we know that. And I have 3 little kids, but also 3 little kids who all have friends over. My 5-year-old has hordes of other 5-year-olds because this neighborhood is just freaking flooded with them. Something was in the water that year because they're all the same age. But I can't have a bunch of little kids around, you know, with dogs that are unpredictable. And then Scout is a husky, and huskies tend to get along with their own kind a lot better, especially that pack mentality they got going on. But also, I just know the breed. And by no means am I justifying my purchase because I don't need to. I like the breed. I know the breed because I have spent months researching and working with that breed. I'm just confident that if I get a dog in that breed, I'm going to be able to handle it. You know, every breed is different. And so that was just my preference. But yeah, it's like I kind of said in last weekend's little catch up, I'm not keeping her just because she's the breed I like or the color I like. Like, we're keeping her because, you know, she didn't get a fair shake the way she was raised for those first 2 weeks. Our trainer thinks she was mistreated and also thinks that she was over kenneled. No dog should be kenneled a lot, but a working social breed like a husky, they don't handle that very well at all. It can really, really mess with them, obviously. That said, you know, we do have her in the kennel because she's potty training, and so we're crate training, but we don't abuse that, and she's not in there all day. And I think the other family did. So on top of how she was mistreated, she was kenneled too much, so her social skills are severely lacking. But I want to give her a fair shake at things. I want my trainer to come work with her, hopefully fix her as much as he can, and we can get her there. But it's going to be months. But kind of like I said in my update, we have to be realistic. We may hit a point where it's just she's not going to be the dog we can keep. She may be introverted, because even our trainer said, hey, she may end up being introverted and this won't be the home for her, because of the fact that we have kids and it's busy, and he's down to help find a rehome, but this would be months down the road. So yeah, but enough of that. Yeah, so basically puppy is just a lot of work and a lot of stress. Work is going well. For once, that's not anything bothering me. Shock, right? I know, but it's been great. It's, it's keeping me busy, but that's been going good. My oldest son is now grounded, so he's kind of like my little household maid service because he has nothing else to do. But I found out he had an F in English and a D- in science. And he was like, well, it's a D. And I'm like, it's a D-. It might as well be an F. Like, oh my gosh. And here's the thing. My son is incredibly smart. He was actually supposed to skip grades. We just didn't let him. I just didn't want to do that. He's very, very smart. He always tests way off the charts. Like I said, he shouldn't even be in this grade. He should be above. But he's lazy. Very lazy. And that was one big reason we didn't want to bump him up, because I didn't think he would have the maturity to keep up. And he's been just kind of lazy with his work. He rushes through it. He doesn't think. And so he's getting poor scores on things that I know he shouldn't be getting poor scores on. That's what's irking me more. But he's lazy and does the same thing when he does his chores. We call it half-assing. But that's what he does. He does it with his chores. He's doing it with his homework. But now he's in a grade where grades matter. It's not pass or fail. Like, you have letter grades. And that lazy, blase, ooh, well, there's a Prisma for you. Now, I'm going to use my other sharpener. But yeah, I paused it midway through because I was like, that's going to be loud. That blasé attitude is just not going to fly in junior high. And no, I didn't mean that to rhyme, but it worked. So let's keep it. So yeah, he's grounded. Like, it sucks because Christmas is around the corner and he's got some really fun stuff coming his way for Christmas. But like, until those grades are up, plus he's doing all those private baseball lessons to try out for the baseball team, and hello, can't do that with those grades. So I'm extra upset right now. I have done like countless lectures on being responsible and not lazy. So it's like you get to that point where you're like, how many times do I have to repeat this lecture before it sticks? Like, give me a number. Like, just keep repeating. But yeah, so he's grounded. He still did get his birthday party, and the only reason for that was, well, I made a deposit that was non-refundable, and I really didn't want to lose that. So he got his party, but I was like, hey, yeah, you have a party, but you are grounded, like, so enjoy. So right after the party, I was like, okay, it's over. You can help clean. Yeah. But kids. So yeah, I'm recording this on a Tuesday. You may hear noise. They're doing construction down below still. It is insane. It looks amazing. There's walls. I never thought I'd get excited over walls, but I got giddy when I got sidewalk, so I guess I shouldn't be really shocked that this was like making me happy. But yeah, like you go down there and there's walls, and there's just something about that sheetrock up and the walls done that make it feel real. Like, it was framed before, but this just makes it feel final. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's awesome. But yeah, we've got them still working down there. I don't know how much more they got to do. I think they're mudding right now is what they're doing. Because the sheetrock's all up. And then I don't know what the next step is. I'm kind of confused. There's so many steps. I think we get another inspection after this, which sucks because we just picked the worst timing. A holiday, all the inspectors are just kind of like, whatever. They're very slow. I mean, like, we've had multiple weeks of hang-ups just waiting for our inspections. It's just like, and my builder was like, yeah, this is happening on all mine. He's like, it's incredibly annoying because I just want to finish these before the holidays. He had one client that really needed their kitchen remodel done before Thanksgiving, and he was like, I don't know if it's gonna happen because the county won't come like out and inspect it. But yeah, so I'm not sure how far out it is. It's even hard for them to predict just because, like I said, they're at the mercy of the inspections. And when inspections take a little longer, yeah, it delays things. But he said normally it takes 10 to 12 weeks total minus inspections. So I don't even know how many weeks in we're at. But I'm thinking it won't be done before Christmas. There's no way. Because, I mean, they still got to do paint. Actually, we're supposed to do paint, but I'm trying to talk my husband into just letting them do it. Yes, it costs a ton of money, but we don't have the time to even hang Christmas lights. How are we going to paint an entire basement? And they can't do the finishing touches until the paint is done. So let's just be real. Like, if you don't have time for something, just admit it and pay the guy to do it. So as of right now, we will be the holdup if we choose to paint. But I'm still working on convincing my husband to just let them do it. Because, yeah, it's just not going to get done otherwise. And it's not that he wouldn't get it done. It's just with his work schedule. I mean, like I said, he was supposed to be off today and took a last-minute shift. So, and then it kind of kiboshed all our plans. So it's just like with all his work schedule and stuff, I just don't see that basement getting painted really quick. And I want it done. But I do think it'll be done by January. And then once that's all finished, we can start moving stuff around. But yeah, I don't like the way that one angled, but I'm just gonna leave it because sometimes I come back and fidget with them later. It just depends. But so this is going to be a short WIP Wednesday, just because I am freaking exhausted and I don't know, in a coloring slump. So yeah, I know I promised a lot of color alongs. I have a ton of Happy Mail to get through as well, and a lot of book flip throughs. So you might see a lot of those for a little while, just while I'm in this coloring slump. And I don't know. I feel bad because I had promised some color alongs, but I think with a puppy and just some outside stressors, it's just kind of gotten to the point where like I think it's killing the fun of it for me, and I don't want it to feel like a job. I've always said this channel should never feel like a job, and the second it does, I'm not going to quit by any means, but I need to like step back and go, okay, what can I do to make it my happy place? So yeah, I'll still do my best to try and get one of those color alongs out there. It may not be the one with the museums in that Timeless Treasures. Maybe I'll use them in something else. But like I said, there's still some Christmas pages that I really want to work on. I just don't want to work on them on camera. Like, I want to do the portraits. I enjoy doing portraits by myself. I don't know why. But yeah, so I have a couple of pages I still want to do, but it's just, for some reason, the Christmas pages are really turning me off. And then I think I just took on too much. And so I'm so overwhelmed. I like feel like I'm drowning in content requirements. So please forgive me, guys, if I don't get to color alongs this month. I really hope I don't upset anyone by that. It's just, when I got this puppy, I had no idea that she was going to have these behavioral issues. Like, there was no way to predict that. And unfortunately, with that, I'm spending my entire day training more than normal, and I've just got to be realistic and because I want to be able to sit down and, you know, color for fun and relaxation too, and not just for the camera. So you'll still see a bunch on Instagram. I'm trying to get better about posting on Instagram. I've been really lazy there. And then I'm still going to plug along, and then I'll pop in with videos. I still have a list of like anything that's ever requested, like any request you guys have ever made, I have made a list. It's quite a long list now. But anytime I say I'll add that to the list, I really do. It's just a matter of getting to it when I feel it, you know, type of thing. But yeah, it will happen. So don't ever think I'm kind of just like blowing those off. I'm like, yeah, I'll add it to the list. Like, no, I really am. It's just I've got to pace myself and not overwhelm myself, because then I don't want to lose the love of my channel and all the fun. But yeah, guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. I will be streaming on Sunday. Remember, it's always noon Eastern on Sundays, and I have had a few of you ask what time it is. It's always the same time. The only time it will change is if I'm in a color-a-thon. I don't think there's any in December that I know of. But yeah, and then I usually stream every Sunday, and the only time I wouldn't is if it's a color-a-thon that I'm not in, or a holiday of some sort. But even then, I probably would still stream on certain holidays, because most of us are just sitting at home anyway. So, you know, it's those types of things. Unless it's Christmas, I'll probably not be there for that. But yeah, so I will be streaming this Sunday. Not sure what I'll be working on yet, but definitely show up, because every stream this month will have a giveaway of some sort. So just keep an eye out for that. And then until next time, guys, take care. Bye now.